As we grow and learn about our bodies, it's normal to ask questions about what's healthy and what might not be. That includes both physical and mental habits. One question that comes up for many people is, am I masturbating too much? It's a valid question and an important one to think about. Everyone is different, and what's normal for one person might be too much for another. If you've ever stopped and thought, maybe I'm overdoing it, then it's worth looking into. And just to be clear, if any of this sounds familiar to you, there's no need to feel embarrassed or ashamed. This is a real topic that's okay to discuss, even with a professional. If you're asking the question, you're already on the right path. So, when is it too much? Your sex drive is influenced by lots of things: sleep, stress, hormones, and how active you are. Sometimes your hormones feel like they have a mind of their own. Maybe you don't want to be thinking about sex constantly, but your body isn't getting the message. But here's the thing: hormones are natural, and wanting to masturbate is natural too. In fact, according to a study in Archives of Sexual Behavior, early masturbation experiences don't harm your development as you grow into adulthood. You might already have a gut feeling if you're going overboard. For example, masturbating multiple times a day, every day. Feeling physically worn out afterward. Planning your day around when you can do it, or feeling frustrated if you can't. That could be a sign you're overdoing it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, researchers noticed a shift. People weren't just masturbating for arousal anymore. Many did it to cope with stress, boredom, or anxiety. But when that habit becomes your only coping mechanism, it can lead to dependence. You might even notice that you're always thinking about the next time you'll do it, even when you're not in the mood. If masturbation becomes the only way you feel normal or happy, then your emotional balance might be shifting in the wrong direction. This is something we see with other habits too, like smoking, drinking, or scrolling endlessly on your phone. It becomes a pattern. I don't feel right unless I do this. It can also affect your relationship with sex. Here's a simple test. If you're in a relationship and you prefer masturbating over intimacy with your partner, something's off. That could be because the sex isn't satisfying, or because excessive masturbation, and maybe porn, has made your brain used to quick, solo gratification. This can hurt your relationship. Sexual intimacy is a big part of emotional closeness for many couples. If you avoid it or lose interest because you're used to doing things your own way, it could create stress for both of you. Of course, masturbating in a relationship is normal. People have different libidos and busy schedules. But if you're choosing solo pleasure over connection again and again, it may be time to pause and reflect. Some people turn to masturbation when they feel down, and that makes sense. It releases feel-good chemicals like dopamine. But that relief is temporary. The more you use it to cope with stress or sadness, the more you might depend on it. And that's when it can backfire. Guilt is another major factor. Whether it comes from religion, upbringing, or personal values, it can leave you feeling ashamed. If you're struggling with guilt and doing it compulsively, that guilt can feed depression and low self-esteem. And then, you might masturbate again just to feel better. It becomes a loop. The good news? There are ways to break that loop. Try setting limits. Notice your triggers: boredom, stress, certain types of content. Take breaks from apps, shows, or websites that feed the habit, and spend more time with people doing things that energize you. It's not easy to admit you might be struggling, especially with something so personal. But if you're honest with yourself and take small steps to make a change, you're already moving in a healthier direction. For younger people, this urge may settle down naturally over time. But if you've passed puberty and still feel stuck in a cycle, it might help to talk to a therapist. Sometimes chronic habits are linked to deeper issues like depression or anxiety. And that's okay. Getting help is a strong and smart step. Can you relate to this? Have you found ways to feel better or gain control over this habit? If so, share your tips in the comments. Your experience might help someone else who's struggling. Thanks for watching. If you found this helpful, give it a like and subscribe for